And then my friend Joe Oates said, well, you got to go to Folkston. And I said, well, that's the same track, isn't it? He said, yeah, but once you get there, you'll see the difference. And when I got up here, I couldn't believe the difference. And this is still one of the nicest rail fanning locations I have ever been to. And it just keeps getting better. You just don't get too many places where you have tracks running through a setting like this. But so anyway, we're gonna just kind of rededicate this facility and just tell you a little bit about the stuff that's been done, and just kind of say thank you to the city of Folkston for doing this. And so I'll turn it over here. I'll get out of the way, and I'll turn it over to Folkston Mayor Lee Gowan.
Thank you, Mr. Danny. I want to echo what Danny said and just thank you all for being here. Welcome to Folkston. If you hadn't ever been here, welcome. And those of you that have been here many, many times, we appreciate you coming back. The weather couldn't be better today. You've all been here when it's been 1,000 degrees. You've all been here when it's been freezing and raining. And today's a beautiful day, and we're glad you're here. We're here to recognize a culture that's become a part of life here in Folkston over the past few decades. We've had trains here for a long time, ever since Henry B. Plant built his railroad here in 1881 to connect Jacksonville with Waycross and Savannah. Train bells and whistles have been a fixture in Folkston ever since. And to be honest, some of our residents have had some not so nice things to say about the trains through the years, probably including myself. I lived on that side and school was on this side, and before the overpass, spent a lot of mornings waiting to get to school or waiting to get home or waiting to get somewhere. So we got us an overpass finally. We're thankful for that. Only recently have we seen something else. People who want to come here just to watch the trains. Our founding rail fan, Mr. Marvin Cookie Williams, which a lot of you knew, was from Franklin, Virginia, and he came here in 1973 with Union Camp. He came here to run the sawmill in the Georgia Division. When he first saw downtown Folkston, he said he'd landed in a train watcher's paradise. And he had a train collection like none other. Thanks to Mr. Cookie and some others, word about Folkston started getting around. Pretty soon, rail fans from all over the South started visiting. Then all over the country started visiting. Now we get fans from all over the world to come here to Folkston and look at trains. Folkston was and is on the train watching map. Our town's unique combination of year-round good weather, double mainline tracks running through a city park setting, and its high train count have made Folkston a bona fide hotspot. Then in late 2000, Mr. Cookie started telling city officials about the situation. He said train watching people are going to be here anyway. We might as well make a nice place for them. That's when he and then Mayor Dixie McGurn began to conspire on getting a viewing platform built for the rail fans. They did have some co-conspirators, including some officials from CSX in Jacksonville. Also, Mr. Danny Harmon was involved from Tampa, and Cricket Hatch, who's no longer with us, from Tallahassee. Then in 2001 August, it all came together. This platform, with lights, fans, electrical outlets to charge camera batteries, a permanent radio scanner, and a great view of the tracks, was built. And to Mr. Cookie, he said it was now a bona fide hotspot. So here we are today, 25 years later, to honor that effort and rededicate this facility that has become known as the Folkston Funnel. We've made some improvements, as you can see, to help make train watching a little better here in Folkston. I'd like to recognize our city manager, Pender Lloyd, and our city clerk, Darlene, who's here with us today. You just got married, so I'm going to draw Darlene Harden, I'm sorry. Thank you all. We got some new paved concrete here in front of the platform. This should make it a little nicer during those dry, dusty days and during those summer downpours. You can see we're installing a new fence along the tracks. We're trying to make it a little safer for everybody. And plans are all set for a brand new restroom facility. It's going to be right down here. It's going to be designed. Some of you already know it's going to be designed as an Atlantic Coast Line M5 caboose replica built by the ACL shops in Waycross. They'll have a men's side and a women's side and should be ready for use later this year. We have drawings of facility over at the museum. The museum will be open until 4 p.m. today. You can see that. We're also planning to install new upgraded Wi-Fi here at the funnel and some new lighting. Most of all, I want to thank you, the rail fans and the railroaders, for coming out and helping us celebrate this day, and for your continued support in making Folkston a real train watcher's paradise. Thank you. Now I want to introduce somebody you probably already know, one of those responsible for making all this happen 25 years ago. Former mayor, now the owner of Whistling Dixie and Railside Lodging, Miss Dixie McGurn.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you very much. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, our strong supporters of the Folkston Funnel train viewing platform. I am humbled to be here, to have been asked to tell y'all the real story of how this all came about. Years ago, I served on the Folkston City Council with Mr. Cookie Williams, and what an honor that was. I got many kicks under the tables and all of this type of stuff if I didn't exactly vote his way. Darlene was a test of that, and so would Pender. Mr. Cookie was an amazing man. He was respectful. He abided by CSX rules of watching trains. Safety was his top priority. That man would stop a Folkston City Council meeting, whether we were voting on the budget or anything else, just to walk out the back door and see a train. He could do the call numbers. He knew everything. He would then walk back in and say, now we can carry forward with our business. And we would. And then when he would come back and sit down, and he would say, we are going to have a train viewing platform one day. So many years later, Mr. Cookie retired. I ran for mayor. I had a dedicated city council, dedicated city manager, David Drury, who's no longer with us, finance people, Pender Lloyd, Darlene Williamson at the problems. But luckily, to our wonderful, wonderful legislative delegation, we became the home of the first privatized prison in the state of Georgia. Had 15 to 1,800 inmates. The city of Folkston was fortunate to have an inmate work crew that appeared maybe 3-4 days a week, anywhere from 4 to 8 people working with oversight of a guard and city workers. We couldn't do anything without our city workforce, the men out back. So, after many, many trips to Atlanta, and many handshakes, and saying, the city of Folkston will do their part. We need a train viewing platform. We're the hot spot. CSX Main Line, Amtrak, all of this. Y'all need to get out of Atlanta. You need to come to Folkston, Georgia. You need to see what we have to offer. And lo and behold, they did. We took a tour of the downtown area, walked the sidewalks, invited locals, invited the Chamber of Commerce was actively involved. We had a great volunteer group. Everybody came out to greet these folks. And who did we have but Mr. Cookie Williams? Mr. Cookie would talk about trains and his love for trains. Well, there was one gentleman in this group that came from Atlanta that had a similar affection that Mr. Cookie had. He was a train lover also. Well, Pender, you can attest to this because you drove back to Waycross. A handshake and a promise. $30,000 was going to come to the city of Folkston for a train viewing platform. $30,000. 25 years ago went a long way. I would hate to imagine what the city of Folkston has just spent on refurbishing, making Folkston look even more loved. $30,000, 25 years ago. And look where we are now. All because of putting the right people in the right place and many trips to Atlanta and many handshakes. That is a man's bond, and that is a man's word. When you shake hands, you better not give it a lie, because it'll come back to bite you. So I'm telling you, that's how this started. And we couldn't have done it without the oversight of Howard Knowles, Theron Aldridge, Pender, David Drury, our former city manager, and Darlene. We had stretched that $30,000, and we built this. The city built this. Now that's the true story. That is how it came about. A handshake and a promise. Thank you, thank you. Now, come to Whistling Dixie. We'd be great to see you. I'd love a hug and sign our guest book. Thank you all.
Good morning, Rail fans. How are you guys doing today? Good. Amazing. My name's Melody Martindale. I'm the Executive Director of the Okefenokee Chamber of Commerce, and I just want to welcome you to our community and thank you for making these things happen here. It wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you guys. The Folkston Funnel platform is more than just a rail fan destination. It's a centerpiece of our community and a reflection of what makes Folkston unique. Everyday visitors travel from all over the world and across the country to witness the steady rhythm of trains passing through this one remarkable location, Folkston, Georgia. Behind that experience is the dedication of the Okefenokee Chamber of Commerce, the city of Folkston, and Charlton County. Through its efforts, the chamber helps share the story of the funnel, inviting people not only to watch the trains, but to explore our town, support our businesses, and experience our hospitality. What starts as a visit to a train platform often becomes something more, a connection to our community, our history, and the people who make this place feel like home. I just wanted to again say thank you.
Thank you, Melody. Thank you, everybody. I also want to say a thank you to Bill Macy, who's been a real help in getting all this done and this event today. And we hope that you guys will stick around for the rest of the day. We're in the middle of a little bit of a lull right now, but I'm promised by train dispatcher Vic Lewis that that there's going to be some action this afternoon at some point. So we hope that you all stick around for that. And like she didn't get a very big commercial in. I expected more of her speech to be about Whistling Dixie, but don't forget they serve a great lunch over there. And there are several other places to eat as well, but I won't give you their names. But anyway, we thank you, and we hope you'll come back to Folkston again and again. I'm Danny Harmon. We'll see you somewhere out there on the high island.
Like 16 minutes.